be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
65, 19 side, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Smash.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Get it. Hey, gotta be lying. Ready.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Second down in the yard.
Here we go.
Again, it's Taylor. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Roll. Hawk 70, Hawk.
They'll run it with Andrews. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Come on.
Richardson looking to throw. And that's incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Ready,
so
set.
Third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Yep.
Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
The kick by Bass is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, run. Silver.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Grip, 23.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Colts. 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From a yard out. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Hey, easy. Route.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Go. Hey, attention, touch.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Hey, Lion. Here we go. Sahaj.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, to stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On
third down, here's Bigsby. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
We're at 23.
Lawrence on the sneak. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Richardson. Underneath route to Morgan.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Get it. Read. Check. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Unlock line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19 Tiger. Rig alert.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Ready, set.
Here's Andrews. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Jaguars, nothing.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Red on red.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
The Colts are going to get it. There he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.